Hey there, fly fishing addicts. Welcome to the first episode on Ideal Fly Fishing. We're going to be talking about nets today and the differences between some of them, what I like, what I don't like, and we're going to look at two brand new nets that I've just purchased to take a look at. So the first net we're going to look at is the good old-fashioned mesh net. This net was given to me by a good friend of mine. One of the main reasons I really like this net is it's lightweight. It only weighs about 2 ounces, so it's great for that. The big drawback on this net though is the mesh. I have found on my fishing trips that flies get caught in this, fins get caught in this. It can make it really difficult to get a fish out. Once you do get the fish out, then you're stuck trying to get the fly out of the mesh. It's 2 ounces. It's 22 inches long from the top of the hoop there to the end of the handle. I didn't include that little guy right there. The width of the hoop is 8 inches, which is pretty narrow. And then the depth of the basket is 10 inches. So the best thing about this net really is its weight. It's nice, lightweight, 2 ounces. Great net for that. Other than that, that's about it for that net. The second net we're going to be talking about is the one I'm currently using. It is a Cabela's Special. I think I paid a whopping, on sale, I think it was 20 bucks. Normally it's around 30. This net I've been using for the last probably 4 or 5 years. And it held up pretty well at first. Last year it started cracking right at the top here. I'll get a better shot of that. And as you can see, I went with the rubberized netting. The reason I went with the rubberized net is flies don't get stuck in it. You want to spend more time on the water, less time digging your flies out of the netting. It was also really easy to let fish go out of this. No fins, gills, nothing got stuck on these like it did with the mesh netting. So let's talk about the specs of this net. It's 22 inches long, 8 inches wide at the hoop right here. The basket is 11 inches deep and it weighs about 6 ounces. The next net we're going to talk about is the Nomad Hand Net by Fishpond. This guy comes in at 8 ounces, so it's the heaviest so far of the ones we're going to look at. It's 23 inches long from the top of the hoop all the way to the bottom of the handle. The width of the hoop is 13 inches. And the depth of the basket is 15 inches. So you can see this is so far the biggest net that we've looked at. It's got a really nice color. The hoop is really shiny. The handle is nice. So I'll talk about some of the things I love about this net. I think it is a beautiful net. It's finished in the brown. I believe there's another color that you can get it in, which is kind of a green color. I got the brown. It has a light trout pattern on the handle here. The net is really deep, which is great, so you could keep your fish in the water while you're getting your camera or your phone out to take pictures. And again, it's got that rubberized net, which is great on the fish and also on your flies. Flies aren't going to get stuck in it. Probably the biggest drawback I see with this net is the weight. 8 ounces, it's pretty heavy for that size. If you wade fish, which is what I do, I wade fish. I want to be as lightweight as possible, as easy to move around as possible. So this might be a little bit heavy for me. Also, the handle is kind of a flat handle. It's not really rounded at all except for on the edges. So it's not as comfortable in the hand as some of the other wooden nets that I've tried. But otherwise, the Fishpond Nomad Hand Net is a great option. The last net we're going to talk about is the Orvis Brodin EcoClear net. It is a wooden net made from teak, sustainably farmed teak from Costa Rica. It's made in Costa Rica. It'd be great if it was made here in the United States, but it's not. It is 23 inches long. It comes in at 6 ounces. The widest portion of the hoop is 10.5 inches. And the basket, all the way down there into the bottom of the webbing, is 12 inches. One of the great features about this Orvis net is the little dots right here. And those measure exactly 1 inch apart. So if you catch a fish and you want to get a pretty accurate measurement, you already know that the whole net is 23 inches. That can help you figure out the size of the fish. The finish on the net is really smooth. It's actually a beautiful color wood. One of the other features that I really like is that it's double stitched. I want to thank everybody for watching today. Again, we looked at the Orvis Brodin EcoClear net and the Fish Pond Nomad hand net, along with some other nets. I hope you learned something about fishing nets today. And if you like the video, please hit subscribe down at the bottom, and also hit the like button. That's pretty important too. So please hit the like, please hit the subscribe, and leave your comments on which net you think I should go with. Thanks.